Hello everyone, Minky here with the next part of Let's Play Zelda Ocarina of Time 3 Heart Run. And yep, stab works on these guys. And wow, I took some damage as well. But hey, oh well, it's fine. Right? Alright, so today we are taking on the Forest Temple at long last. Now, there is a golden Skulltula up here. I'm still not going for them at the moment because I don't really need to, but I will get it at some point. But not right now, because yeah, I do have plans on doing stuff in this game after the 3 Heart Run side of things is done. But right now, it's all good. All right. So in this dungeon, now I remember this dungeon probably the best out of all the Adult Link dungeons. I think so, I'm not entirely sure, although that's not saying an awful lot given that it's the first Adult Link dungeon, so it's not exactly that big of an accomplishment, if you will, if that makes sense, because it's the first one. It's supposed to be the easiest, if you will. But for now, I don't know. It's been like I said, it's been a long time since I've properly taken on all these dungeons, and I mean like properly taken them on, like, you know, taking on the dungeons themselves, if you will, through normal means, you know, if you will, if that makes sense. I don't know. Hopefully I'm making sense, but you know, for now, it's just that I know that I need to get 3 small keys first thing. First thing I need to do is do that. And so that small key door that we saw, yeah, I can't go through that just yet because, well, we just can't, you know, because we need to get 3 small keys first. Alright. Now Stalfos, I still have trouble with them to this day. They're probably the only enemy that I have trouble with to this day, to be honest. In Ocarina of Time, all of the enemies, including the bosses, they're all well and good, but Stalfos are probably the hardest enemy for me now, even harder than the final boss, which is kind of ironic. So yeah, if I ever do a randomizer, hopefully we never have to do. Hopefully the Stalfos isn't the final boss, but it would be fitting. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. I haven't really done randomizers before, so actually no, I kind of did do a randomizer before, but I do want to get more into them, especially Ocarina of Time, because Ocarina of Time is one of my more favorite games, and it'd be nice to properly go through it, if you will. But for now, like, obviously it's not on the agenda really. Unfortunately, I need to get into that at some point, but we'll see. Who knows, maybe I'll even do an LP of it. But for now, obviously, you know, can't. I'm already doing this LP, I'm already doing the Swordless file, the Swordless glitch file that I'm doing in a minute, which that's not being released yet, but it will get released eventually. And I also have an ASP run planned as well. So that's a thing, and wow, it hit me twice, wow man. Alright. Now one cool thing that you can do, now that you've got the hook, now that you've got the iron boots, if you've been following along anyway, obviously, you can actually come down here. Which, it isn't much. It isn't really much, but it's a pretty nice thing, you know, it's pretty cool, I think, that you can come down here. And yeah, obviously I haven't got much time to play with, because I've only got 3 hearts for one, and each heart, it's based on what your current health is when you enter, and each full heart gives you 8 seconds. So, obviously, like, right now that gives me 12 seconds, because I've got 1.5 hearts. So, you know. Alright. Now we don't have any way to deal with this one up here, so we're just gonna have to. In fact, I think you can. I'm not even sure you can reach out with the long shot. Maybe you can barely reach them, but for now we actually have to sneak past them. So technically, it's a sneaking section. Technically, but not that hard. Alright. Oh wow, I actually got a jump attack in there. Wow. I mean, I'm not going to use it very nicely because I'm going to have to go back to get this, but... Alright, now this is probably the worst room in the game for... Not the game, in the temple for me. Because I would sometimes get mixed up on which way round I had to go. But I eventually learned it, so it's not that bad. Fortunately, I know that you can... Obviously, there's a small one right there, so I know there's that. So if I did go the wrong way, I'd know that I'm going the wrong way already. So, and if that's the worst one, if that's the worst room for me, yeah, that's not that bad. Now here, it's a red switch. Red switch is. I know this isn't like supposed to be an informational playthrough, but this red switch, I figured it's worth bringing up. This red switch is the only red switch in the game, as far as I'm aware. As far as I'm fully aware, it's the only red switch in the game. And it's the only one that you can unpress, if you will. Or rather, you can unpress red switches. And so, it's kind of odd in and of itself, given that why do you want it to be, you know, unpressable? You know, like why should why would you want to reflood this room? Yeah, that's a little weird. You know, it's just so weird to me, to be honest. It's like maybe it's lore building or something. Now I will bring. Actually, I can bring this up on the side. Another thing that's kind of cool. Well, one thing I've heard is that if you come down here with the iron boots on, you can't open this chest. Like, you just can't open chests while you're using the iron boots in the water. Right? Which, I wasn't gonna... I decided to get the showing because I figured there's no real reason to show it. But here, this is really interesting because it's like... There's like a sewage system of sorts. You know, that's kind of interesting to me that there's a sewage system of any kind in this temple, if you will. And it's above the... if you look at the map as well, it's above the boss room and whatnot. So the boss room is in a lower level than this, if you will. That's kind of interesting. But that's neither here nor there. But obviously theories are pretty nice. You know, I haven't really thought of any theories about that, but that is something that would be. That I guess would be kind of nice to go through, if you will. Given there's a grating in the Deku Tree as well, there's something of that sort in the Deku Tree, so I wonder if those are connected in some way, you know, to the Forest Temple and whatnot. But yep, 3 small keys, so now we can start using them. And yeah, let's get on. Alright. Well, I am stuck against these bubbles today. I don't know why. Also, these don't hookshot for some reason. You can't hookshot them for some reason. These ladders. I nearly always try it out, even though I know it's not going to work. But not nearly always try it out. It's just I know that they're there. If you will, you can't do it. And I always think, wait, am I really sure about that? And it's like, yeah, I'm sure about it. It's just I'm always, again, it's always just a matter of me being not so confident in my own stuff, if you will, in my own knowledge, if you will. So I check it out, you know. And like I said, I ought to be more careful about, not more careful about it, but I ought to be more confident in myself, if you will. Also, I remember how many pushes this takes as well. That once you hear that do sound, that thud sound, you know you can continue. You know that's when to stop, because that's when it hits the wall. So you know you don't want to continue doing that. And then a little speedrun tactic, if you will. I wouldn't really call it speedrun tactic, but one little tip here, if you will, is come up here to push this block before you know, finishing pushing that block, because you need to push that block anyway, and you need to go round to push this green block, or I guess it's emerald block. So that's helps speed things up a little bit, because it means you don't need to go round in circles too much, unless you lose your way like I just did a little bit there. But yeah, it means when you push this, then you don't need to go round again, because you need to pass that ladder anyway. Now I could do bomb ground jumps if I wanted to, but I'm not going to, because you can use ground jumps to skip having to push these in all the way, and then they kind of move themselves back, if you will. But I'm not going to do that this time around. Maybe next time in Thingamajig in the swordless file, because actually I don't even know if I actually no way I can yeah, because it doesn't require a sword, so yeah, it's fine. So yeah, I'll do it there when I can. But right now, alright, cool. That's how you deal with them, alright. I have to give more credit to the hook shot. Alright. Now this is kind of where you start. Oh yeah, I remember as well. One time I tried to. You can skin the Navi text in this room by doing like a side hop across the wall here, but I remember one time when I tried to jump across and I got the Navi text twice for some reason. I'm not sure why I got it twice. And it's one of those, and I remember telling my hater about it as well, way back when, before they were my hater, and you know, like, I didn't realize at the time, but they did talk down to me in regards to it, because I don't know why they talked down to me, but they did, and that is really just sad that they talked down to me like that, just for using glitches. You know, something I've been genuinely interested in such a long time, if you will. Like, it's as if like using glitches is morally wrong, if you will, when no, that's not the case at all. Like, that's far from it, if you will. Just a shame that it turned out like that. Wow, he got from his shield, alright. Okay, I get to be really careful then. Oh wow, okay, that was really close. Oh my gosh, man, I can't believe I lost at that. I didn't even pack any fairies, wow. Alright, I'm gonna take that because obviously, I have to, and then all the way back here again. Alright, I'll cut here and I'll meet you guys back there. Alright, here we are again, and of course we have to fight the Stalfos again. Oh well. I don't know why he even floats. Like, why do they float on there? That's so weird. But yeah, of course it was the Stalfos that would have killed me, if you will. Which is ironic, because they don't deal the most damage in the game. Ow. Alright. So yeah, if anything, I'm glad it's against these guys that I failed at, because of course that I failed, because you know, like I said, I struggle with these guys the most. Alright, cool. I was worried there because, like I said, it's been a while since I've properly played this game and whatnot. So obviously it's been a while since I've actually, you know, done Stalfos properly. So, like, obviously I'm also rusty at this as well. So, which I'm not trying to blame that on my fail. If you will, I'm trying to say like, oh, I'm rusty, so I'm sucking at it. That's why. I mean, it is a little bit of that, but at the same time, like I said, it's been like I said, Stalfos is the hardest enemy for me. So that's that's what it is. But hey, first death, I guess. Alright, now first things first. Now obviously, now typically I see people take on. I don't see people. I don't see it often, but typically I used to do this as well. I would take on the red Poe Sister first, but in actuality, it's probably best to take on the blue one first, because when you finish, because you do need to defeat both Poe Sisters anyway, both red and blue, and so obviously, you know, you need to go through both of these anyway. But then once you beat them both, if you beat the red one first and then the blue one, you need to go back through the red one's room anyway. So therefore, might as well just beat the blue one first. You know, and then when you have to go back through the red room, you're already in there anyway. You know, so might as well save yourself the hassle, if you will. And also, I've set up for always winning here. You'll see why as we go through. But for now, we actually need to get 2 more small keys. So let's just get on our way and do that. Now, when it comes to that death, or rather the fact that I didn't have any fairies, I genuinely forgot to just get any fairies. So I will make sure to do that for next part, or at least for the next dungeon anyway. I mean, not that it makes any really much of a difference, but I mean, like at the end of the day, it's like, you know, it's like I don't know. It's like I mean, it's like it's either a death to a. It's either a genuine death or a death with a fairy, so it's one of those things, if you will, where it's like you're gonna get one or the other kind of thing. You know, it's a death either way. It's just that one's a fairy and doesn't take as much of a hassle to get all the way back here. And the thing is as well, there's a fairy fountain right outside the forest temple as well. So it's not like I couldn't have gone to go get that. I could have gone to get that at some point, but nah. I just didn't think to go get it. I don't know. I figured I did have them, but I don't know. Maybe I just forgot or thought wrong. I don't know. Anyway, on that note, let's spin the hallway. I really like this concept of spinning the hallway. It's kind of cool. Kind of wish I did it more often, to be honest. And, oh hey, the big key, out of just nowhere, essentially. Except there's also a War Master, because I'm sure I heard a War Master just there. Yep. Oh, never mind. What's up here? You could still... Oh, okay, that's... Never mind. I thought it was the other way. Oh, that's even locked up. Alright, well, down here we go. Alright, more nuts, nice. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else for me to really say at this point. I don't know, to be honest. Like, this part of the dungeon, I know this pretty well, to be honest. Like, I do know this part of the dungeon pretty well. What? How did you... I don't even know, man. Oh well. Like, I know this part pretty well, to be honest. Even though it's like the latter bits of the dungeon, I still know it pretty well. Just a matter of getting through it. So, but yeah, here's the small key that you need. Oh wow, the magic power actually landed it, wow. And yeah, now we've got that. Oh well. Now that we've got that, we can just go back. Save yourself the travel. And now, because you do need to obviously go up to up here, because there's a small key door up here. This did take me kind of a while to figure out, like more so than usual, but hey, pretty neat little tip right here. Yeah, because I do remember that you also need to get 2 small keys here, which obviously I know can throw people off at times. Hence why, you know, I recommend I said get 2 small keys, if you will. Now here's another little cool thing actually that I can show off. If you have Din's Fire, which you kind of need for the thingamajig anyway, what? Okay, I didn't know that, or at least I didn't remember that. I didn't know you could get frozen by that. But one thing you can, so obviously the idea in here is to line up the shots that you actually shoot into this, right, and melt it, right. But if you just use Din's Fire on this, then it melts it for you, right. Well, it does do that, and it also assumes that you also shot it. So it's really nice like that, because it counts it as if you shot it with an arrow, which is really nice. And it's not like you don't have the bow and arrow at this point. You know, you do have it, so it's not like a full-on like sequence break or anything like that, which makes it really nice, I think. Which allows you to just skip having to line it up, which is really nice, I think. Alright. Yeah, minky. That small chest over there, I know for a fact it's arrows. In fact, I think every chest... Let me have a look. That's arrows, I think. Pretty sure that chest is arrows. I'm pretty sure that chest in the room. I'm pretty sure that one in the bottom right are the 2 sets of chests. I'm pretty sure that's the arrows one that I'm going up to, and the one up there I'm not quite sure. I think that might just be rupees or Hylian shield. In which case, obviously, if you've got a Hylian shield, it doesn't mean anything. And that's arrows as well. So yeah, there is all that. But for now, let's take on the next Poe Sister. And oh, what's wrong? Why isn't she activating? Because I'm underneath one of the blocks. Now, one thing I remember with this puzzle as well, I remember doing this one thing was one time where I lined it up, and then I don't know if I lined it up. I don't know exactly how I went about lining it up, but like, what I did was I lined it up so that, well, I'll show you as we're going along, because obviously you can see that they rotate as if you wait a minute, right? So it resets the puzzle, you have to redo it. Now, one time I remember doing this. I lined it up so that it was one off like this. It was like just one more push and it would count, right? And what I would do then is when it would, when they turned, I would then line it up so that when it turns again, for failing, it would eventually turn in such a way that would count as an automatic win for you, if you will, at 1 minute, which is kind of funny. I think it's kind of cool that happens. Maybe I'll do that next time, or in one of the other playthroughs, in either Ocarina Time, in either the Swordless playthrough or the ACP one that I'll eventually be doing. But for now, I'm not. Well, it's a bit late now to do it now, but yeah, that's that. And now, it is time to take on the last of the Poe Sisters. So, yeah. I don't know if that's the right one. Nope. Why does it make a clang sound? So weird. But, yeah, wow, only one for his wind. Only one for his wind usage. That's not like me. I don't know. I feel like maybe it could have worked. I feel like maybe there was another time when I could have used for his wind, but I can't remember, to be honest. Maybe I'm just thinking of Master Quest or something. Maybe I'm just thinking of that. I don't know. Now, as you can tell by where I'm standing, oh wow, I actually got that as well. Well, if you stand on here, then as you defeat the last Poe Sister, then you actually land on. Then you stay on the left as it rises up, which is kind of cool because you can't do this under normal circumstances. Well, okay, you can in this version because you can just do this, and then just do that. And then the fact you're down here, I mean, obviously, it does come back up. It does go back up to you if you're up there. So there is a part there that messages that, if you will. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So wow, I've never actually been up here before either. Actually, they've actually took the time to check. Oh, you can't go back up. Oh, well, never mind. Well, I mean, you can, but oh well. All right, well, time to do this room, and I always remember that you got to do it like this. See, even down here it comes back. You got to do it this way round, which is, I think that's counterclockwise, right? I can't remember. It's this way round. Whatever the yellow arrow is pointing, I think that's counterclockwise, right? That's the way you got to do it. And doing it like that, all the way round, and you got to do like half an hour, if you will, if I'm to compare it to a clock. So, for example, this one just moved. That was on this red carpet just here. You've got to move it onto the other red carpet while checking the rooms to ensure you get everything. Because you do need to make sure you unlock all the doors as well. So, yeah, that's all really there is to it. And this room, I don't think there's even anything to this one actually. Now I think about it. I mean, there is. There's obviously like there's that chest, and I think the Gold Skulltulas there. But otherwise, yeah. I mean, I'm not doing Gold Skulltulas anyway, so I don't need to worry about that. And I don't need to worry about the bow and arrow. I don't need to worry about the quiver because I've got plenty of arrows. I barely use any in this dungeon. In fact, although ironically, that chest on the second floor, that one requires you to use an arrow in order to unlock it, and then it gives you more arrows, which is kind of funny. But yeah, that's really there is to it. Wow, I can't believe that one death and we're done. To be fair, I wasn't really thinking I was going to get a death this quickly, but hey, we're here in the end though, right? Now before I do this, let me talk to Saria, see what she says, because she might say something different, and you know, I figured I want to talk to her. This is Saria, can you hear me? Also, I know it's half an hour, I know it's been half an hour now, but I'm gonna, well, actually, I've cut out stuff, but I'll always do the boss battle in the well, I don't know, I'll at least do Phantom Ganondorf in this part, but anyway, I didn't want to hear from you again. I'm in the Forest Temple, the Forest Spirits were calling for help, so I went to check it out, but it's full of evil monsters. Help me, Minky H. Okay, so from that, it sounds like she's still alive, or to some capacity. So my theory, or so there's this theory where all the 6 sages died before you get to them and whatnot, before they become sages, and what? Tried to keep moving. What? What? Wait, let me. Let me reread that. Okay, try to keep moving. What? I didn't know she said that at this point. Hang on, let me go check this out. But yeah, as I was saying, this time around, because Phantom Ganondorf is right here anyway, I might as well show him off in this part, if you will. Considering how long it's been, or how long it's not been even, I should say. But after that, I don't know about the other bosses. Maybe there'll be 2 parts or something. It really depends on how I tackle the dungeons, really. But it's really odd. Alright. Let's see what Saria, what Navi says now. Because like I said, I think Saria says the same thing up until you save her as. What? Wait, what? Okay, that's odd. Yeah, I never actually tried that, to be honest. I never really tried, you know, talking to Navi in a dungeon. And I'm really glad I did now. That's really kind of interesting. I gotta look more into that. I should do that with the other dungeons and whatnot. Because she is an interesting character. Alright. Well, on that note, let's go take on Phantom Ganondorf. Oh, by the way, in this room on the 3DS version, there is paintings on the wall here, but on this version there unfortunately is not. Which is a shame, but you know, it is what it is. I don't know. I mean, there's paintings here, but that's beside the point. Alright. Also, this room is also like really easy to get to as well. So much so that there's no real need to use Rory Swing to get here, because you can just waltz on in anyway. It's all good. Evil Spirit from Beyond, Phantom Ganondorf. Yeah, I call him Phantom Ganondorf because I'm pretty sure it's Phantom Ganon because there's just not enough text on. There's not enough text to put on screen, if you will. There's not enough space for the text I need to put the dwarf part, so they just say Phantom Ganon. But I've always called him not always, but I typically call him Phantom Ganondorf, just because that makes more sense to me. And yeah, okay, dang it. Okay, yeah, you can actually use the hook shot against this guy. Now I'm not going to do that because I'm on low health already. Wow, that's... So, yeah, let's not do that. Alright, there he is. But yeah, I'm just showing off that you don't need the bow and arrow for this battle, if you will, even though you'd think you would. Alright, there he is. Alright, after 3 hits, he comes out and he's just facing himself. Alright, where is he? Alright. Alright, that's how you do it. What? Oh, you got a cheap shot on me. Alright, well, to be fair, I don't want to accept that. I really don't. I don't think that was my fault, but maybe it was. I don't know, but... this time around, I'm going to cut here and I'm going to get some fairies, so BRB, yeah. Alright, well, I haven't actually lost him before, I don't think, or at least I don't recall. Okay, wow, they actually do pop up out of nowhere. That's kind of cool. Well, he's already coming as well, wow. That's actually kind of neat, actually, a little bit. Alright. Round 2, let's hopefully actually defeat him this time. I'm so used to beating him with the big Orn sword as well. Yeah, that's probably why I die, because I'm so used to just using the big Orn sword and it's twice the damage. Oh, come on, man. I keep on overshooting it. Alright, just gotta take this in stride. Just gotta be careful, you know? Alright. Oh, okay, wow, he actually shot it back. I was gonna say, if I do this damageless this time, that'd be a bit sad. I got his face for essentially nothing. Wow. Wow, that was amazing, man. Oh, wow. Wow, that was... Jeez, man. I hadn't done that many spin attacks, quick spin attacks, and against Phantom Ganondorf, and... Oh, wow. Jeez, man. Yeah, it is getting kind of challenging now, so... I say kind of challenging, I feel like Phantom Ganondorf is probably a bit more difficult than some of the others. At the very least, at the very least I can think of one that's probably easier than him. Well, even without the big Orn sword. Then you've got... Well, I mean, Forfajai, I feel like they're pretty easy enough, if you will, right? Morpha, that's debatable, depending on if you want to use the, you know, if you want to corner them or not. Twin Rover, I know for a fact that I can one-cycle them with the big Orn sword, but I don't know about doing that with the Master Sword. And then finally, Bongo Bongo down, they're going to be a real pain. They're the real, you know, tough one, if you will. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to that boss, to be honest. Especially since I'm going to be trying with Lance of Truth. But, yeah, that's not even here nor there. Jeez, man. But hey, we get our first medallion. Oh, our second medallion, I should say. Nice. Wow, I'm really looking forward to filling this out, to be honest. Wow. Well, man. And yeah, I completely forgot how long of a cutscene this is going to be, so yeah, sorry for going a bit over time, but... Yeah, what are you going to do? That sounds a bit... but nah, sorry. But anyway, jeez. Oh my god, a giant potato! Okay. I don't know how well that delivered, but... That was a joke I thought of like such a long time ago, to just say, oh my god, a giant potato when he came out. And I don't know if I did that in the Let's Cheat all the way back when, which I haven't done an LP move on that, but I will link that below when we get to it. But it's been wow, man. In fact, you know what? I don't think I did, to be honest, in that one. I don't think I did say it, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, slightly longer episode, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. I mean, it's a dungeon one. It's a main dungeon one. So, if anything, it's a little expected, to be fair. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really reading the text because it's just plot. It's just what's it called? I don't know, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. Yep. Well, is that conversation done? And there's the Deku tree. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's going to be it for today. So like I said, apologies for the longer part, but it is what it is, I guess. You know, it's a dungeon, so... And I just realised I didn't even speak to anyone here, but... oh well, we can always talk to them in another playthrough. Yeah, so if anything, I can note those down for those two playthroughs, but... For now, I'm going to thank you very much for watching, and I shall show you next time when we continue on with the plot. Alright, I shall see you then. Have a really minky day.